Wow, Sagittarius. I wasn't planning to read at all today. It's actually really late at night, and I don't typically read at night. But there's a message coming through for you about the Sagittarius full moon, which is happening right now. And there's something about you. There's a full moon prophecy for the next 5 months for you. It feels like it kicks off on this full moon. And it's like you're going to have prophetic visions or prophetic awareness, or there's some prophecy coming through that's going to be played out and fulfilled in the next 5 months. This is what I got as I was making my tea, unexpectedly, not planning to read for you, but here we are. Sagittarius full moon prophecy, the next 5 months. Then I got something about licorice, and I think this is licorice root, which can be good for skin and your stomach if you're having some stomach ulcers or stomach pains. So maybe there's something significant for you with licorice root. It could be used for other magical purposes too. I also got lavender. It's very rare that herbs and spices and things like that come through. So maybe you're doing something related to that, or you could think about it. Then I got a message that someone is holding on tightly. And I did see the 5 of Swords earlier. It almost slipped my mind. It just came back to me now when I said that, holding on tightly. I don't think these two are necessarily related. Maybe you're thinking about a 5 of Swords situation in which there's been trickery or manipulation, or there's been I'm hearing the word uncouth. There's been some deception, okay, some trickery, and I keep wanting to say thinking and communication, but the words won't come out. So there could be something about someone not being able to get the right words out, or someone not speaking. They're unable to communicate their thoughts properly. This could be you or someone else. But when I was writing it down here, holding on tightly, what I was seeing in my meditation was a woman, at a diner at night, and it was kind of raining. It was pretty cinematic looking, and it was like I was looking at her from the outside. This is starting to bring back a memory of a reading I did for you. Do you remember that? If you've been here a while, I think we had a reading where I saw something like this. Was it like maybe a year ago? But I'm on the outside and I'm looking at this girl in the diner, looking out the window, and it looks like there's a dreamy quality to her thoughts, but also there's something kind of somber here. It's almost melancholy. There's a feeling of being alone, but also in the world. And that could be something that is important for you. If you feel alone, there's something about being in a public place that could bring the pieces together for you as you feel alone, like going on a coffee date with yourself or something like that. I don't know why Spirit's showing this to me. It could also be that some of you are art directors or art producers in some way, and this is like a muse for you, this kind of feeling, this nostalgia, this cinematic kind of scene. I don't know. Or there's a movie where you're going to see that image. It's significant, that movie, or what's happening at that time. Then I got, you have the strength it takes to walk 5 miles. I feel like this is connected to the 5 months. It feels like for each of the next 5 months, you're going to walk a mile. Maybe you're going to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. This could be like in a spiritual sense. You visit another energy, or you have a deeper understanding of another soul's perspective each month. Interesting. That is what it is for some of you. You're going to walk in a mile in someone else's shoes, so-called, like you're going to see something from someone else's perspective each month. For some of you, this is going to be 5 different people or 5 different energies that this could even be a goddess or a guide or a guru, I don't know, something that you're working with, a shaman. I don't know. It's like you're going to see from their perspective, and then a different energy the next month. And then for others of you, this is like you're going to go in to their perspective layers and layers deeper. So from 5 months time from now, whenever you see this, you're going to have like a 5 layered dimensional understanding of the situation. Okay. interesting energy coming through. This is definitely full moon, evening, nighttime energy, which is happening intentionally because the cards that came out was the owl first, wisdom, independent thinking, enlightenment, and then the blood moon. Look at the synchronicity between these two cards. So something about the blood moon could be significant. Let me see. When is the blood moon? That could be when your magic or your psychic abilities are heightened. Is it tonight? It is tonight. Oh my God. Is it tonight? No. Wait. Tonight's the strawberry moon. Did they call it the blood moon too? And then I also see March, the lunar eclipse, 2025. Yeah, okay, so it was March, but for some reason strawberry moon just stuck out tonight too. So there's something about tonight's moon. For sure, the redness of it, the color of it. I'm seeing something about Oklahoma here. And then something about March 2025, which was a few months ago, could be an important month for you, or something shifted, something happened. Okay, I'm going to not get distracted by that. Let me just get that off my screen. Okay, so there's something significant about the color of the moon. Seeing the moon rise could be significant. And also March. I got the number 683, and I asked Spirit to show me an animal specifically, and I got a bear, and I saw the bear's heart like beating in its chest. So there's something about strength coming through and fearlessness. Perhaps you've been hibernating for a little bit of time and you're coming out of hibernation now. Feels like a warrior bear spirit though. Feels very spiritual, like the bear I'm seeing. And then of course you could also be having synchronicities with owls since it came out on this card. Okay, so I asked for the theme of the reading and we got wisdom, independent thinking, enlightenment with the blood moon. Okay, so what's going on, Sagittarius? You've had a major epiphany with something. A prophecy has begun for the next 5 months. Okay, or some of you, it began on the blood moon. So wait, that'd be March, April, May, June. So we're in the 4th month of it. That's for some of you. Take what resonates. If you're like, I'm already in the prophecy, I know what's going on, okay, then it started in March. If it hasn't yet begun, it's beginning now. So let's get in further, Sagittarius, and see what's going on. Energies supporting Sagittarius. Graveyard tree. This is a marker of something that has ended but is significant to you. Okay, let's see the energy challenging you. What's the energy challenging Sagittarius? Energy challenging Sagittarius. What do you do in this full moon? I guess you're going to see this after the full moon. But I feel like if you reflect on it, you'll note something significant. And we got the holler, which I've learned is kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, but kind of like a hidden place or a location. That's at least what I'm getting from the card. Let's clarify that a little bit more. Tell me more, Spirit, about the challenge. Timeless. Yeah, it's like that cafe scene in the diner, or whatever it is. It's like a timeless memory of a place. The challenge. There's a place that you're supposed to find. Yeah, I'm getting all these memories from previous readings I've done about place. And it's important that you go back to a place. And it feels like this place might be something that you've abandoned. But there's something at a threshold at this place. You have the strength it takes to walk 5 miles. Maybe it's 5 miles away from you. I don't know. But there's something about a certain place that is marking an important point in your life for you, a pivot point. It's an activation point, on the grid, which are real. I mean, that's a real thing. We are in certain locations in our life where there's so much energetic resonance associated with that specific place that it holds our energetic imprint. And when we return to that place, we can activate that imprint, or we can transform and transmute that imprint, or we can learn from it. And there's somewhere that has an imprint of you because you had a significant experience there. For some of you, this could be a place that you haven't visited in this lifetime, but you feel called to go to. I'm hearing Arizona. Okay, maybe that's for someone, but it could be anywhere. Like you feel like you've always wanted to go somewhere. Iceland. It's like something's calling you. I don't know. Maybe it's just 3 blocks away, whatever. But you've been there before. It's holding an imprint for you. 683, that could be an address. Holding on tightly. Yeah, it's like this place, this threshold is holding on tightly. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I feel it. It's intense. Maybe you should take some licorice root when you go, and lavender. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what is this? It's funny, when I said spirit, I heard yeah. Okay. Maybe if you voice something, if you call out, you're going to get a response. What is in this place? Conjurer and adversary, hard work, diligence, progress, higher self, fertility, and creativity. It's kind of a difficult experience that you've had in this place. Okay, there was something that challenged you there. And maybe it took a lot of hard work to remove yourself from this place, or to realize how far you've come, but it's still monumental for you. And I've had this experience before too, when I've gone back to a place from like my childhood where it was like a nasty experience I had there. And like I'd go back and like I would feel the time shift. I could feel myself healing my past self as I was there connecting with that past self. Things are quantum. Time is an illusion for the most part. Okay, so you can connect with your past self. There's different dimensional selves existing all at the same time. At least that's my belief. Okay, there's nothing that proves otherwise. Okay, that cannot not be proven. You might be seeking proof. I'm seeing the 5 of Swords again. You might be seeking proof about something. There's no proof for its existence, but there's also no proof that it doesn't exist. I don't know what that is for all of you. Maybe this is questions you have about spirit or a guide or someone's intentions. Okay, but this place here, a portal, a threshold for you to connect to your higher self. It's a place on the grid, and it could spark a lot of creative output for you. I did say that stuff about art before. I'm seeing a library. For some of you, it could be a library. Okay, or close to a library. Someone could have an accent here related to this. Shelter. Yeah, look. Spiritual growth, accountability, and healing. Shelter and cage. This place could have felt like somewhere that was both a place to lay your head or to seek shelter in some way, but on the other hand, a little bit of a confinement, a little bit of a cage, some place where you needed freedom from. You know, it's like I'm getting this scenario where you have a rough home life as a child. And so going to school is like a shelter. It's a relief because you're out of the home. But then at school, maybe you get bullied or bad things happen at school. And then that becomes your cage and your prison. It's some feeling like that. And you returning to this place, and maybe if you cannot physically return to it, you can do some kind of journeying, some through your mind's eye, some meditation to transmute some energy around this place or this situation that happened there. Could have been a shelter, but also a cage at the same time. This could be even talking about a relationship and your experience in that relationship, or a workplace even, but it feels deeper than I'm hearing where somewhere where you go to earn money. It's deeper than that. It's timeless. There's a marker. Okay, I want to find out more about the graveyard tree, and then we'll get into the tarot, Sag. Calm. You are going to, once you visit, however you choose to do it, this place, there's a sense of calm that you receive and that you bring to the energy that is there. It feels, I'm seeing a ladybug, like in my mind's eye. It feels like there's been something holding a place for you there. Like a ladybug has just been sitting there, like as the graveyard tree, as the marker, as the gravestone. It's just sitting there holding the energy for you. Okay, let's get the tarot and see what else is going on. Some of you are going to find remnants or pieces or things related to animals. Okay, like a cat whisker or a bird's feather or maybe a nest. Some of you might find some roadkill along the way. I don't know. There could, but it's like leftover pieces. What's that about? It feels like it's some kind of trail. Stoicism in reverse, peacefulness, receptiveness, and manifestation. Well, it has something to do with your ability to hold space in the incomplete. Yeah, prosperity in reverse. Something hasn't been completed yet. It's like these things you're going to find. I don't know why it's coming through like this. Hold on. These things you find, and I'm seeing like a rabbit's foot, things like that. They're like a trail. But then there's something about like they're a trail maybe just to a thought. It doesn't have to be a trail to this place. They're a trail to a thought form that you can hold space in the incomplete. I'm not sure what that is. I feel really guided to pull out these cards, which are interesting. I made them. Yeah, something has your imprint. Okay, this is for sure. And it's not, don't get scared about that or feel like it's some entity holding onto your energy. It's not that. It's not, I felt really guided to just touch this. If maybe take a crystal with you. Yeah, well, it's like the crystal holds energy. Thanks, Spirit. That's why I'm touching. It's like the crystal, how this holds energy or can refract energy. It's not like there's no ego intention from the crystal to hold onto your energy in a negative sense, right? So the place is holding on to something like the crystal holds energy. Okay, what do you want to say from here, Spirit? Out of sight, this is the rabbit's foot, right? Or the little things, the bones, the feathers, the cat whiskers, you know, things like that. Out of sight, veiled, and concern. Well, right, because when you find remnants or things that should be attached to a whole, but you find them in pieces, it indicates to you that there is something more, that there is something out of sight. And there's something, maybe a story that's being unveiled. How did this feather get lost? How did this whisker end up here? And you might start to get concerned about that. I'm seeing apology. You're being led to some sense of wholeness, completeness, getting a full story. It's like Spirit sparks your concern by leaving you things, pieces of something. Now, this could be a metaphor. It doesn't have to actually be like animal stuff. It could just be you feel like something is left in pieces, that you're not seeing the whole picture, that something's veiled and you're concerned about it, or there is a concern. Okay, just a few more. Attention, a new moon, and then I'm seeing mask. Okay, so today's the full moon, the new moon. Pay attention on the new moon. I'm wearing this this shirt today, moon phases. There's something very special about that for you, Sag, right now, naturally. Pay attention on the new moon. You might see something that has been veiled, masked. Write it down in your calendar, okay? New moon. What's going to happen then? Okay. Could be something about, home, Cancer, right? Cancer will be the next new moon. So there could be something about home or communication. All right, let's see. Let's get into the tarot, Spirit. You're going to round something out. Four of Pentacles. Did you watch the last collective reading? We had the Four of Pentacles turning into the Wheel of Fortune, and I said there's a square going into a circle, and I just was thinking that, as I said, you're going to round something out, and then the Four of Pentacles shows up. So if you haven't watched that and you feel guided to, then do watch that. The title is This Has Never Happened in a Reading Before, the last collective reading, because there is a reference here in your cards to that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, there's lots of going back to old messages, going back to clues, piecing things together, an imprint left over time. This is like excavation, though. It's restorative. Like you're pulling something up and out from underneath the ground and really seeing it. And it's for your own empowerment. It's for your own prophecy, your own prophetic vision. Okay, I'll say it before I forget. When you go to this place, leave something there. Maybe it's licorice root, maybe it's lavender. Leave something, an offering almost to your past self, not to anybody else, not to the place, to your past self who was there at that time. And if you're doing this in meditation, you can imagine leaving something too. Ooh. Okay. Your overall energy, Four of Pentacles. Well, I'm seeing this actually 1, 2, 3, 4 in the person. 5, and I did say we might be in the 4th month if this started in March. So it feels like something's moving up, like the chakra system. Okay, energy, awareness, consciousness, it's moving up. And right now, I feel like, based on this picture, you're in the heart chakra / throat chakra space and elevating it to your third eye. Okay, so this is an awareness of truth coming from your heart. The bear's heart. Tell me about the bear's heart really quickly. Spectre. Discernment, critical thinking, and insight. Yeah, it's like a specter, a ghost of the past, connected to your heart space. Hold on. You may have been trying to protect yourself from the past. What's behind you? What is behind you right now? I heard what's behind you. Well, there's these cards. Maybe there's something significant behind you. But it could be like the past, right? You're trying to protect yourself from the past. And that may have stopped you from returning to this place, but it still exists like a specter in your mind, in your heart. This connection to this place, this memory, this whatever's been going on. 4 Pentacles is a card of holding on tightly. Okay, this was behind me, Spirit. Anything from here? Salmon, resilience and life cycle. You're rounding out a life cycle. It could be like a full life cycle, like this lifetime. You're rounding something out right now. The salmon. Some of you are going to write a story, paint a picture, sing a song, conduct an orchestra, take a photograph, make a film related to something difficult that happened in the past. And yeah. And this brings something full circle. Okay, what you don't see coming is the 6 of Swords. This is a card of clearing your head, mental detachment, and I feel like this is a healthy kind of mental detachment. It feels like something heals for you, and you don't see that coming. It's like you can release something. Critical insight, discernment, the bear's heart, your throat chakra. Maybe you speak something into the energy of this atmosphere, of this place. 3 of Swords. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing. It's amazing that you're getting the 6 of Swords after the 3 of Swords. After experiencing the 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak, feeling split, feeling torn apart, feeling like you're in pieces. And you could be feeling like you're in pieces from something recent, but there's a longer story going on here. There's a huge story, your life story. And it feels like if you go back even further to something recent that upset you, and you go back even further to something else, it's like you heal something there and it changes something related to how you feel about the more recent thing. You know, it's interesting how energy and our emotional body and trauma and like all those things and spirituality, all of those dimensions, how things work. I can't explain it all, but I've experienced it. And I feel like you're going to experience it too. And many of you have already experienced this. I keep getting guided to different decks. Okay, Spirit, what's going on? What's from here now? Ooh. Is that the 5 Swords? Same colors. Let's see. We have Divinity at the bottom. And what came out was jealousy and boundaries. You may go back to this site, this place, this timeless emotional space, and realize a deeper truth of what was occurring there. And it feels like a deeper truth might be somebody was jealous of you. And maybe they put up walls because they didn't know how to have empathy for you, because they couldn't see past their jealousy. Or perhaps Spirit is saying you need to put up some boundaries around those who are jealous of you. We've got a big evil eye showing up here with the Three of Swords. What's the jealousy? For some of you, a family member was jealous of you or is jealous of you. And this caused, I'm hearing, irreparable damage. Did I say that right? Seven of Wands and the Fool. Yeah, this may have been one of the reasons, or it could be someone like a family member. It feels like this is going back some time, like way back. It feels like this may be why you were hesitant to start new things in your life, or jump fully into something, or take a leap of faith, take a risk. There's a defensiveness with the Seven of Wands that is showing up here, and it may be because you had to defend yourself because somebody was jealous of you. This could even be in a love context, as shitty as that is, but it happens. I've experienced it. Okay? Somebody wanted something you had. I'm going to ask what that is. And it caused a reaction in you to not fully trust yourself. Now, maybe you've since worked through this, but there's some kind of greater realization or insight that you're going to have about why something happened. Nest. Yeah, for some of you, it was something in the home. Okay, what is this energy jealous of? Now, for some of you, this could be you, so take it as it resonates. Like, it could be you with yourself, or you with someone else. Like, you could be the jealous one, so you know, if that doesn't resonate, don't take it. Portal. The key. Oh, they're jealous that you have the key to the portal. Okay. And prudence, self-assurance, integrity, and clear-mindedness. This feels like someone else's energy. Maybe it's a Libra or someone with the heavy Libra placements. There's some kind of strict energy coming through here. Some kind of judgmental energy. Somebody who wants to balance the scales on their terms. But this is also prudence, like somebody telling you, Sagittarius, don't go through the portal, don't go through the door, don't do all of those things. Seven of Wands and the Fool, you have to protect yourself. There's dangers out there, you know, you have to be careful. You can't run away, you can't go, you can't be free from this cage that's also a shelter. But you're like, I have the key. So, whoa, Sag, this is huge, okay? Like, there's something that you're meant to unlock and open, and you're going to do it in the next 5 months. And there's been a sustained energy in your aura, in your field, in your memory, okay, maybe in your energetic body, that is linked to a specific place and time where you were told not to unlock the door because it might be dangerous. But that thought was kind of coming out of somebody else's jealousy of your ability to have the key, not because there was actually danger on the other side. So now this could manifest in all kinds of ways. You have a project, but you hold yourself back from it. You don't kick off with it because you got all these fears, but it's all linked to this. And it feels like going back to that place is going to help you transmute the energy. Or you want to start a new relationship, but you got that X in your head saying, you know, you can't do that for whatever reason they lied to you about. Why you can't do that. Because you can. You have the key. You can do the thing. Okay, so that's for someone, or it might be for all of you. The opportunity is Six of Pentacles, and this is why I was saying you want to leave something when you get there, to wherever this place is, like an offering. Tell me more about this opportunity. Seven of Cups. It's to prevent confusion. Two of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Eight of Pentacles. It's to show you're taking something seriously and to prevent confusion. Some of you are going to go and never come back. You know, it's going to be your last kind of goodbye to some place or space. You've been working so hard in the face of uncertainty, uncertain emotions. You're trying to untangle Saturn in a lot of ways. You know, the energy of Saturn I'm seeing here on the card. You've been balancing it. Prudence, right? Trying to be prudent, trying to hold the balance. Be clear-minded. Even though you had a key the whole time. The sun is coming out. I'm hearing tomorrow, which is true. So tomorrow, whenever you watch this, tomorrow, you're going to see something differently. It's your opportunity. The challenge, Queen of Pentacles. This could be someone else. Or it could be that feeling of you need security. And that feeling of needing security might be going into the shadow a little bit, preventing you from taking risks. Sometimes I'm hearing something about like security becoming a cost, the Hermit. Yeah. When you just recoil into yourself because you're secure there, even though the world and the universe and your guides are begging you to take a chance to experience more of life. Some of you have, this place is still occupied by someone. What else can I say about the challenge, Spirit? Three of Wands. If it is still occupied by someone, you can definitely do the vision quest thing, okay? The Three of Wands. Don't actually have to go there, wherever there is. And for some of you, it might be more of a time period. You're not trapped there, though. That's important for you to remember. Tell me a little bit more about the challenge for Sag. The stranger and transparency. There's something so important about connecting to your past self. It feels like, you know, you show up and you recognize your past self's energy because you've lived it, you've experienced it, you know it. You could recognize your past self. You can also recognize your past self, like your inner child, in other people too. So don't forget that. That's a lot of your soulmate connections, is recognizing your inner self, your past self in somebody else. Okay? But here, there's a message where that past self or that inner child might not recognize you because you've grown so much. You're so different now. You're almost like a stranger. This is why, to avoid confusion. This is why you have to leave something or say something or make yourself known to your past self to avoid confusion, to let that part of you know you're not a stranger. I don't know. Is this making any sense? This is like kind of some deep energy work. It's important you're transparent with yourself about what something means and why you're there and what you're trying to do. Be intentional. Okay, your advice, the Empress. Oh, that's kind of like what I saw. The bear's heart. Mother bear. Empress. That's the advice. Tell me more. I feel like there's something creative that's coming out of this. Okay. Page of Wands, 9 of Wands, and 8 of Wands. Look at all that fire. It's like Sagittarius, your fire energy, your inherent fire energy that maybe has gone cold for some time, or there's like a blueness, there's a haze, there's like a melancholy. I don't know. This adversary, there's a blue, like you're coming in red hot, okay? In all the cards that represent you. And then the other person is blue, the jealousy, the prudence, the adversary. I don't know. There's something about those colors that could be significant for you. But it feels like your energy, your fire comes back online for you. You're able to take swift, decisive action and communicate from your heart, but with a lot of confidence, not ego confidence, just not second guessing yourself, not fearful of other people's judgments or responses to you. You're getting in touch and in tune with that mother bear warrior spirit that lives in you. This is definitely that act of divinity, the star. This is an activation point. This is so beautiful, Sag. I'm glad I decided to do this reading. Okay, what's going to manifest in the next 3 months? And I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. It's getting close to midnight over here. 77 I'm seeing is my battery percentage. That could be a number for you, 41, 31. But we're going to go there. Okay? And I said something's happening tomorrow. So I don't know. Something's shifting. Like right now, it feels like whenever you watch this in your time. Okay? Yeah, if you want to go to the extended, the link is in the description box below. If you don't or you can't, don't worry about it. Trust that spirit already knew what you were going to do and what you could do, what you couldn't do, and that you received all the information you needed. So the manifestation in that, well, let's say 5 months. Yeah, in the next 5 months is Page of Swords. The prophecy, seeing something. An epiphany, insight we have here, and then we also have independent thinking, which is also the Page of Swords. A chance to see something from your own soul's perspective, not other people's what is it? Not other people's stories of your perspective. It feels like, okay, you know how I said you're going to maybe see something from 5 different people's perspective? It feels like the 5th and final perspective is your own, but like deeper than what you already know, like a soul's perspective. Maybe these people that you're going to see through their eyes, you're going to see yourself through their eyes and understand how you're going to understand that your comprehension of yourself has been filtered through others' perceptions. Okay, that was really hard to say. Let's see. Ooh, the Hierophant and Justice. Yeah, this is a deep, deep wisdom, comprehension, and understanding. A divine knowledge, a divine download, insight into truth, clarity, karma, justice, real balance. I'm seeing moons here too. The light moon and the dark moon, the full moon and the new moon, right? Those both came out in your reading. So there's something very cyclical happening here. Next 5 months, you are going to see deep, deep, deep into the depths of your own soul. And this is going to initiate a whole new creative path for you. All right, Sag, that's what I got. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.